TamBoTC channel, and here are things to look at when reviewing or talking about a game. I will be doing this soon with a versus video. It's batting Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Starfield against each other. Each will be rated and judged and will win different categories. So on these categories, some of them are stronger than others, but it helps to let you know what the basis to review things on. So say I do that with Assassin's Creed. So first off, let's go through the list. Story, characters and their character development, world building, or world and building of the world, immersion, side quests, level design, gameplay, gunplay. Also realize that your gameplay and or gunplay has to be complemented by something, or something has to complement it, or else it is just hollow and lifeless. It does not add much. And how the design overall works and benefit to it. Also, level design, I already mentioned that. Personality of the game, the iconic, you can talk, this is not necessary for everything, but how iconic it would become with certain things, say like the Hidden Blade, for example. Side stories and or lore, you don't always need to talk about these things. Companions, this doesn't always need to be something, but it does help towards stuff like immersion and character development or stuff. Having a character that you feel like you get to know. Uh, Also, marriage and children that you can either adopt or have. Not all games are going to have this, but it is a cool feature that also helps with the immersive part. And also, you want to go home and outposts, like a home that you have, how lively is the home, or interactive is it, how much can you interact with it, or build it, or whatever. Graphics. Graphics are not king. Gameplay should be over graphics anytime. And especially, I think, in my opinion, art style even triumphs over graphics, and sometimes even story and character can triumph over graphics. And there's a lot of people who will brag about a game's graphics, but it really does not matter if those other departments suck. Music, atmosphere, uh, sound design, choices. What choices can you make if the game is built to have that setup? Dialogue and or options in the dialogue, as well as the world interactions with it. Enemies and their variety, as well as the same with the weapons, armor, and outfits. Melee and ranged, talk about how that works and the variety that goes into that and how you play. Perks and skills, your skill trees or your perks. Dungeons and their level design. Stealth, also a reward system, how is the rewards in the game or finding cool things. Stealth system or stealth, NPCs, as well as the gameplay that contributes. How interactive or interesting the NPCs are, interactions with the world and characters like physics-based and such, or what I've been showing recently with my recent videos before this one. Store owners and stores, how interactive too they are and how they work in the respective world. Police system, how that works. Vehicles, or some form of transportation, if the game requires it, or has it, or needs it. Creativity, how creative is the game? Where does it creativity lie, or is it trying to more focus on being more like real life, be realistic, kind of like the frickin' terrible remake of Lion King, even though it's got all these other dumb, impossible things like talking lions. You don't need to include talking about mods, but some games have mods on other platforms that others don't or don't have that benefit to. And in each of these, which do they better execute each of these? I also am going to do a bonus round when I do my Skyrim video, and that bonus round is to talk about the role playing in your character, class, backstory that you create for them, and the race or whatever, if there is more than one or two races or whatever, and your fighting style, how you choose to play and fight or whatever. So realize that in RPGs, there is more than just, when it comes to an RPG, there is more than just uh, dialogue options. You also take, for example, Actman making his joke of, gee, I wonder what role I should play in this game. When he's talking about Diablo 4 with playing as a barbarian or something, what do you choose as a role, even one that you can create, say a game like Skyrim or whatever, or does the game restrict you to a role like The Witcher 3? You have to be Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. So, to what level do you experiment around and can utilize those skills and create your own special type of character? And how much does the gameplay and world in interaction with you help to complement that gameplay, if at all? So that's what I'm going to be doing on that. That's what I think reviews that can get to a lot of, some have to be shorter. I do longer reviews sometimes. Sometimes I lose track of my words though, and I don't always get to touch on these. I had to write them down just for this video. But yeah, uh, I think those are some important things, interesting things to think about when going into thinking about a game or reviewing it or whatever, or doing a versus list like I'm going to be doing. So I hope you enjoyed this nonetheless. Bye.